Well, first of all, what a heck of a ball game, and I want to say credit to Brent Vegan and their coaching staff. I thought they were really well prepared and had a good game plan. Certainly, we were out of sync offensively, particularly in the first half, and had a hard time getting some things generated. I thought our defense, by and large, played pretty doggone well. We gave up the one touchdown off a sudden change early, and then I think there was another drive. In the kicking game, I thought our punter punted the ball well, and we kicked off well. I thought the kickers were playing well. I don't want to get into all the specifics on snapping. We lost our starting snapper at the very beginning of the year, and it's just been somewhat of a challenge. We've been working on it, and I'm glad we were able to hone some things in and get some kicks done there. Certainly was an exciting game. I know what it's like when you coach an FCS team, and it seems like every time we've played an FCS team, it's been a margin of victory like this. It's also been my experience the teams usually make the most improvement between the first and second game, and that's going to be very important. We'll be laboring on Labor Day, I can tell you that. We've got to stay hungry, and we've got to play better. But I will not discredit the execution of the 2-minute drive I thought was outstanding, and the resolve and belief to play. I thought our defense had done a good job knowing that how much time, where the margin was as far as where they were going to be on the field. And Coach Sauvel did a good job and bled the clock down to 0. So I'll open it up to questions.
All right, Josh, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
Hey, Coach. If you could just take us through that last drive. I know you talked a lot about getting tight ends involved in the passing game. How happy were you to see Treyton Wells come up with that big play at the end for you?
I was really happy, and Treyton is an excellent player. I think he's going to rise to one of the top tight ends in the league. He's got great hands. It was a super route. Sean put the ball where it needed to be, and we had good protection. And Tim Polasek felt a lot better about where we're at on the field than what I did. I was a little bit concerned with that amount of time left, but he felt good about what he had on the play sheet, and so it was really good to get that touchdown. And certainly our sideline erupted, and but it does not surprise me that Treyton was able to make that play.
3 drives there at the end, scoring drives of over 50 yards. What was the biggest difference you saw for your offense down the stretch?
Well, I thought we got a little bit of rhythm with Sean. We were able to pop some runs, some traditional runs that we were not able to pop in the first half. Certainly a double penalty hurt them on one scoring drive, I believe. And we need to build off that. We're going to be positive about how we did respond, but believe me, there's not I don't want to say this. I mean, I'm happy we won. There's great things that we did to improve, to show some resolve, but there's a lot of work to do.
Cody, I saw you raise your hand first. Go ahead.
Greg, what can you say about Sean's confidence? He looked like almost like a different quarterback on that last drive.
Well, I think a couple things. One, I really want to credit Tim Polasek and the offensive coaches, but he brought an awful lot of background, some things that he had gotten from some NFL teams, clock management ideas, when to use timeouts. That there was a time that we used the timeout. Typically, I would not have done that before, but we've gone through in an area of analytics, which I have not been a big lover of, but in this case, I mean, it does come down to analytics and putting ourselves in position to make a play. And I think Sean just saw the field so much better. And also, we have spent a great deal of time practicing that, and that time really proved to be very beneficial. It gave us the win.
Ryan, go ahead. You're next.
Greg, how did you scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and also, I know you had the botched extra point, but overall, we pretty pleased with the game and Hoyland coming through.
Yeah. I missed the first part of the question, Ryan. If you could repeat the first part, and I'm going to get to the second part here.
Yeah, when you look at the line of scrimmage, did you perform the way you guys wanted to, or how did you see that?
Walking off the field, I think we could have played better. There were some run fits that we missed on defense. I certainly think that there were some missed blocks at the line of scrimmage that, You know, we had some guys come underneath and didn't fulfill some of their blocking assignments. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. And so the line of scrimmage is an area where I felt like we would have a huge advantage, and I don't know if I walked off the field and said that we had a huge advantage. Maybe we had an advantage. If there was an advantage, it was pretty slight, and so there's got to be a lot of work to do in a short amount of time. In reference to the kicking game, I thought our place kickers and the punters, the field position that was created, whether it be on kickoffs, Ralph had a sky punt that went down to the one that flipped the field over. He had another one where he flipped the field over with his distance. The kickers, and John was great. All that stuff was really good. However, I think our coverage group, they did return the one back for a touchdown. There was a block in the back, but I think we've got some flaws there because that shouldn't happen. But special teams need to improve, but I think our place kickers and our punters really performed well.
Go ahead, Cody, followed by Ryan.
Greg, what can you say about Chad Muma? He just did
Uh-huh.
a little bit of everything today.
I can tell you he stood out to me. I mean, he was operating at a faster pace. He was explosive. And by and large, some of the sets that they were doing, he did a great job getting our defense lined up. He's a super leader, and he's an excellent football player. I thought he played outstanding today.
Ryan, go ahead, followed by Josh.
Greg, you and Brent said it was going to be emotional. Is it even more so where it comes down to the last second and one guy escapes with a victory and another guy kind of has his heart ripped out a little bit?
Right. I know how Brent feels. I've lived that, and his heart certainly was ripped out. It was, I don't want to get into all the family ties. Deep. I mean, parents, my kids, the whole 9 yards, and what a whale of a ball game. It's too bad. If there would have been a time that I would have liked Brent to win one, it would have been some other game than today. But if they would have won, I would have been happy for him. He's a heck of a person, and I think he'll be a great head coach, and today demonstrated how he prepared that football team.
Coach Hanson with a lot of playing time with Azizi going down early. What were your overall thoughts on just the way he performed out there?
On Cam, he'd been getting to practice much better the last week and a half. We were going to insert him in the game, but obviously when ZZ got called for targeting, he played a lot, and I thought he played pretty doggone well. I think he caused a fumble. They tested him on some fades. There's some things that he can improve on, but we feel really good about him moving forward.
Ryan, go ahead, followed by Cody.
Craig, just talk a little bit about. Sorry, go ahead, someone else.
Cody.
Craig, do you think Sean had a little bit of nerves coming in this one? That guy hasn't played a lot of ball.
No. We tried – I think we tried to do some things early, just knowing him. I mean, we threw the throwback off the naked early just to zing one out there and tried to put him in position on some other things that he can do well. I thought the interception he threw was a really poor decision, and I give Sean a lot of credit because while that was not a pick six, it turned into a six, and I thought he responded well. And, to be able to come up with a 2-minute drive, Sean's going to look at that tape. Tim's going to coach him. There's going to be some things that he did really well, but there'll be some things early that I think we got to improve on. I know we got to improve on.
Ryan, go ahead and finish.
I think I was going to ask, was Welch's catch one-handed? It was kind of hard to tell from this angle.
I didn't see it.
How big of a play is that?
It was a huge play, but I didn't see it being a one-handed catch. I think, he was able to position the defender. There's so many little nuances that he did. He was able to get the defender out and down in the red zone when they're playing red zone coverage. You try to, and it takes some gamemanship. And then Sean threw the strike in there, but I think it was a two-handed catch, but nonetheless, it was a great play.
All right, you guys got any more questions?
Yes, Tracy.
You have to be happy you have a win. There's a lot of things you didn't necessarily like in that game. But is that almost a good first game so that everybody else can become a little overconfident?
Yeah, I can tell you this. We'll have some confidence on some things, but I think the guys who've known me quite some time, there's not going to be a lack of attention to detail. And I know that it's always easier to coach after you win, particularly a close game, as opposed to coming back and losing, or if you win by a whole bunch. Sometimes some guys begin to read their press clippings, and there was some good things out there, but we got a lot of work to do. And I'm excited about the resolve and the belief that our football team has. I'm not completely happy with some aspects of our performance. In all three phases, I think we can fix some things. But we're 1-0 and getting ready to play the Huskies. And so Monday's labor, and we will be laboring.
All right, you guys good?
Thanks. Yep.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it. It's a one-man band.
Good job.
Thank you. All right, gentlemen. Yeah, you can all come in. Have a little party. Come on in. All right, so I'm just going to have them ask questions.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, guys. I got Chad here. So you guys can just go ahead and ask questions as we go. So, Cody, go ahead and start off with Chad.
Jack, congratulations on the win. You seem to be all over the place today. Did you just have a feeling today that you were, after watching film, that you were going to be as good as you were?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was a lot of just the preparation that our coaches gave us, and I think that helped us play fast today. I think the defense as a whole, we're just communicating really well. We would see something, and then we could play really fast off of that because we're all communicating together. So I think it was just the defense as a whole was just talking to everyone so we could know what we had to go against.
I'm wondering, Chad, what your thoughts were when they go 5 plays, 75 yards, score a touchdown there at the end. What's going through your mind when they get 2 21-yard runs in a row and get in the end zone there late?
Yeah, no, I mean, those plays happen, and so I think it's just kind of my thought process is just getting the defense together and just telling them that we're all right still and that we still got to, battle back because we're not out of this by any means. And even if they get down there a couple plays, we can still battle back and get the ball out or get a stop or get them to kick a field goal. So it's all really just talking to the defense and just making sure that everyone's ready to still play.
Chad, y'all really kept them in it, early on, especially in those first couple quarters. What was the thing that impressed you the most about the defense today?
I think just going on to that point is just how we communicated together, just how we played together really as a defense. I think that was the most impressive thing. So I was really happy to see everyone making tackles, going out and playing together.
Chad, you guys have been talking about Sean Chambers and the offense and their improvement during camp. It took a while, but what was it like to see them deliver at the end of the game, especially Sean to Welch on that last one?
Yeah, no, it's awesome. We kind of go through those situations every week in practice where we're going 2-minute drill and they have to go down and make a touchdown and go and score. So it's awesome to see that the practice that they've been going through kind of pays off. And, definitely the whole defense is excited, the whole sideline's excited. So it was great seeing those guys go out and make plays.
Did you guys have more 2-minute drills this year than ever?
I think so. During fall camp, we had a few 2-minute drills early on just because I think as a team as a whole, we're so just veterans out there. And so we're able to do some things early, get all of our offensive plays in, get all of our defensive plays in early in camp so then we could have those situations later.
Chad, where do you see maybe the biggest area you'd like to see the defense improve before next Saturday?
Yeah, I think it's just those explosive plays that they had. And so I think that just kind of has to do with the first game jitters a little bit and just fixing those little issues because there was a couple times where they had some big runs or big pass plays. And so I think that's the biggest thing going into week 2 is just eliminating those plays.
How shocked were you to see a gold jersey at your locker?
I was so surprised. Coach actually announced it to us yesterday. And it was our pregame practice, and he brought us up as a team and told JD to bring out the jerseys and the pants, and everyone was super surprised. I think they did a really excellent job of keeping it a secret from us.
Going off of that, did you ever think that you'd be wearing alternate uniforms out here?
Never in my life would I think that, especially with Coach Bull. I thought it'd always just be the brown and white jersey, so it was definitely really cool to see.
And I think you were credited with a blocked field goal. How did you get your hand on that?
Yeah, so we had our field goal protection. They swam out, and so I just think that kind of disrupted the kicker a little bit. Those guys up front where he had kind of kicked it lower and just timed it up, had my hand in the right place, and was able to get a hand on it.
You guys good? All right, thanks, Chad.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, next up, guys, I got Xavier Validae. Ryan, why don't you go ahead and start us off?
How you guys doing?
Xavier, obviously, this one came down to the wire. You guys needed to deliver a 2-minute drill drive. What did you see from Sean in the huddle in terms of just his poise and confidence in that situation?
You said it right there. Well, first off, giving honor to God for a great hard-fought game and a great team victory. But yeah, you said it, Sean. Just all the situations we've been having during fall camp. He just the confidence he's been building up and just leading us in the right direction. It showed today. And, we do have a lot more work to do, just getting in the film room. But, it starts with our quarterback and the confidence that he's having leading this offense.
What were they doing to kind of stymie you guys for most of the game, and what changed at the end?
Really just being able to execute the plays that, that were called in the game plan. Just, came down to just a little blocks or, just a great read, or if it was a misread, I had to make the right read. Whatever we had to do to make a good play, a great play. So, it just came down to just executing those assignments.
What was it like to see Vegan on the other sideline?
Man, I told him before the game, I never thought a day in my life that this would end up happening. But, it was just like a family reunion today. But, it's always love at the end of the day. Credit to Montana State. They definitely came out here. They put their best foot forward, and, we did the same as well. But, it's always love for Coach Vegan, and I wish them the best for the rest of the season.
The offense kind of struggled to get drives together early, but those last three all went for over 50 yards. What was the biggest change you saw in the offense?
Really just, believing in one another. I thought that, as long as we do our job and take care of the football, that, we'll always be in great positions to make plays and get the ball to our playmakers. So just it comes down to executing those plays and, having confidence in one another and, just come down to executing those plays at a high level.
Is it hard to keep your confidence when you guys are 1-9 on third down and 3-12 on third down conversions?
I'm sorry?
Is it hard to keep confidence when you're not getting it done on third down like that?
No, it's not hard at all. Just that's why we practice. The situations, the 2-minute situations, third down situations. All those situations that we practice in the spring and in fall camp and even in the season. And a couple weeks before, is just always executing. Just believing in guys, just that they'll be in the right position to make plays and the right fits to be in great positions. So it's not hard at all. It's just as long as we do our job and do the right assignment that's called into the game plan, then we should always see success.
Are you guys good?
Hey, I just wanted to ask you what it was like to finally be back out on the field after only playing 2 home games last year from limited crowds and more than 27,000 in the stands today.
It felt really good, and the most important thing that really felt good was just having the fans back, the electrifying atmosphere. I definitely missed that, playing another game at home and kicking it off right on our season opener with a stripe out and, just seeing all the, emotions going up and everyone just having the excitement that, it's our first game and, it's finally, football season is finally here. So, it was a lot of emotions today and, I'm very thankful that we got a victory today.
Right, you guys good? Thank you, X.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we got Treyton coming up next. Josh, go ahead and start us off.
Hey, Treyton, so I guess, first things first, just take us up that last play. What was going through your head, and what were the emotions after you folded and that side of the game?
Well, first off, glory to God as well. And I didn't make that catch. God did for sure. And so going through that play, we've been working a lot on that play over the course of fall camp and looking at the coverage. And, Sean's going through his read, and I was the first one in the read. So props to Sean putting that ball right where it needs to be, and we made a great play.
How does it feel to get involved with this offense early like this, Treyton?
It feels really good, and Coach Polisek had said that he's going to get the tight ends more involved, and he kept to his word. Me and Parker and Colin, we're all doing great things out there, and like I've said before, and like I'll say again, when the tight ends number is called, we're going to go make plays. So.
Treyton, what did you see from Sean's demeanor today? Obviously, it was a struggle for 3 quarters, basically, and then you guys kind of turned it on and pulled out a victory.
Yeah, so Coach P is big on body language, and Sean's body language was great today. No matter what was going on, Sean's body language showed that we still have a chance and we still have hope, and that's exactly what we did. We went out there and executed.
You guys good?
That play that was called was going to be there, before the route started, or how did it develop?
Yeah. So like I said, it's kind of it's a play that we've been really focusing on, and before the play, I think Sean and I both knew that I was going to be the first read on that, so it was racing through my head for sure.
Two-handed catch or one-handed? Kind of looked one-handed on the loop.
I like to say I used my third hand, but it was it was a one-hand catch. Used my third hand in the stomach, so.
All right, you guys good? All right.
Thank you guys very much. Appreciate it.
All right. Next up, guys, we got John Hoyland.
Hi.
Tracy, go ahead and start us off if you want to.
John, just for your sake, to come back this year, you kind of started it off the way you ended last year. A lot of confidence and feel good about your situation?
Yeah, I think this is the most confident I've felt going in a year in a while. Going in there, and now I feel like I know what it feels like to have a kick that's 100% chance of going in. So I just try and replicate that every time, and it works pretty good.
Coach Bull said last year he didn't really know who you were until the Friday before the season opener. I guess he knows who you are now.
Yeah, I think so. We've sat down at meals a couple times and talked about special teams and stuff like that. So it's good to have a coach that really cares about, that aspect of the game.
How about the fact he just gave you the chance?
I'm sorry?
The fact he gave you the chance.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for the chance that he gave me, even just like bringing me out in here as a walk-on, and giving me the opportunity to really just compete for the position and earn a scholarship. So.
Thank you.
John, not just you, but the whole special teams really seemed like a strength for the team today. How would you describe that group's confidence just since the start of fall camp?
Yeah, we've honestly, confidence is a big thing we've been working on with the special teams. Ralph being his first ever college punt, and I think he had a really great game today. So, and then since Reed's been out, it's been Teagan at snapping, and he's been put in a really difficult situation, but he really came through today. And then we also, for that last field goal, we put in a freshman, Tommy Roborowski. I can't pronounce his last name, but and we only discovered that he started snapping only a couple weeks ago. So he started snapping a couple weeks ago, and to snap that field goal that really I think put us ahead it's really huge, and I'm really grateful for the group of guys that I'm around in this specialist room.
Right, you guys good? All right, thank you.
Thanks,
John. Thank you. All right, guys, we got Aiden Eberhardt here, and I'm going to go find Sean and CJ. Ryan, go ahead and start us off.
Aiden, what was kind of the feeling in the offensive huddle before that last drive?
It kind of getting goosebumps right now talking about it, but confident. We've replicated that scenario so many times before, leading up to this exact moment, and so everyone was confident going into it. So if I had to put it into one word, it would be confident. So it was awesome to see everybody on the same page, knowing exactly the situation, what we needed every single play, and to see it, executed that way was awesome.
Did you learn anything about Sean today that you didn't already know, or did you kind of just get to show the world what you guys have been talking about as far as his leadership?
Yeah, absolutely. No, his leadership, like I said, everyone was confident, and I think a lot of it stems from his body language and him throughout practice, giving everyone the ball to where everyone's like confident in those scenarios. But, I think everyone started to see a little bit more that Sean can do it all. He can run, he can throw, and more than anything, he can lead this offense.
Aiden, what is it? You've been here for the Wofford game. You've been here for the Wofford game. What about these FCS guys here in the stadium?
I really couldn't tell you what it is. First game, I'm not making excuses, but first game, Vegan and Adam Pillipel. Adam Pillipel knows a lot over there. But both of them, knowing our entire team, how they did, maybe it was that. But at the end of the day, you got to go 1-0. Whether it looks pretty, whether it doesn't, getting a win at the end of the day is what we need to do, and that's what we came here to do, and that's what we did. So, we'll be able to look at the film, see things we missed, but 1-0. That's all we needed.
Aiden, offense had a little bit of a slow start, kind of struggled getting drives together, but had a really strong finish. What was the biggest change you saw in the offense just over that last quarter or so?
Yeah, I think, things just started clicking. And with an offense, once things start clicking, it can be dangerous, especially obviously for the defense. So I think you saw us starting to click a little bit more than we did, like you said, in the first half or whatnot. But I think we started clicking a little bit, and hopefully we can look at the film and see why we didn't do that the first half. But 1-0, like I said, that's all we got to be, and that's all we wanted, and that's what we came out with. So we got to look to get 1-0 next week too.
Right, you guys good? Jack, it looks like you're trying to talk.
Yeah, I'm trying.
There we go.
Okay, Aiden, it's always great to get that season-opening win, but to do it in front of 27,000 fans after not having fans really last year, how much more special?
It was unbelievable. We all talk about the last year being the COVID year and how it was, a horror story and all that kind of stuff, and truly it was. It's weird going out there and trying to play a football game without, fans, and you don't feel that energy like you do today, especially today. I've been here for a long time, and man, did we fill up those seats and were we loud. It was awesome to see everybody, the stripe out, everything like that. It was unbelievable. The fans are everything for this team, and, they just make playing this game so much better. So shout out to the fans for coming out in full force like that. It was awesome to see everyone and hear everybody, and, that just made it that much more special.
How much energy did did the offense get from the fans on that last drive?
Oh, a ton. You can hear it in every single play, whether it's a catch or a run, just gaining yards and different things like that. You can always hear the fans, and you could definitely hear them today. I can tell you that. It was something special. So, again, thanks to the fans for coming out like that and giving us that energy, because that really means a lot. And it was just awesome. It came together, so it was great.
Aiden, how shocked were you to see a gold uniform?
I've been here for a very long time, and never did I ever think that would happen. And to see that happen, I think it showed a lot of, trust Bull has with us now as a team, and that they believe in us. So I think that was an extra little boost. And I kind of liked it. I'm not gonna lie. I like the gold and then the all white. I thought it looked pretty clean out there.
All right, you guys good? All right, thank you.
All right, appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Good job, baby.
All right, guys, we got Sean coming up. Josh, go ahead and start us off.
All right, Sean, it's a big play down there at the end, obviously. If you could just take us through, what was going through your head and, just kind of lay out that process of that play for us.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of we're kind of taking shots at the end zone there. And I like the matchup right there in the slot. Treyton's been a guy, I've told you guys, he's a playmaker, I think he had a hand on his hip right here, only one hand free, still made a play. So I knew I just had to give him a chance, and he made a play. So I like the matchup, and that's where I was going.
How were your nerves, Sean, when you first came in? You haven't played a lot of football, man.
It's kind of weird. I wasn't nervous. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It just felt like 2020, and I felt like this was after the 2019 season, and this is my next season, and it just felt like 2020 even happened. It was weird. I couldn't describe it. Like I said, it was emotional today. It was, I don't know. I just can't even describe it. I can't find the words right now for it. But yeah, no nerves, no true nerves, really, just kind of eagerness to go out there and play.
Did you feel antsy at all, and maybe your footwork was a little off at first? I mean, it took a little bit to get going.
I keep myself conscious of, footwork, especially at the beginning of the game. So, yeah, I'm sure it was a little off, missed some throws, whatever. That's just how football goes. Coach P is always preaching, we keep swinging. Stuff out there bad is going to happen. And it did today, and we just got to respond. So, that's just kind of our motto here.
Sean, I'm sure you guys would have rather just had it easy all day and had an easy win and executed all day. But to come through at the end after a struggle and deliver some key fourth quarter drives, including the game-winning drive, what can that do for your confidence in the offense's confidence?
Well, it just goes to show what we can do. I think the standard, the bar's been set. I think we got to meet that bar every time now. So, we can deliver the ball, we can catch the ball, we can run with the ball. We just got to do it now. And I keep saying that. It feels like I'm kind of beating a dead horse, but we just got to do it. There's nothing to be said, but just got to do it.
Sean, given your relationship with Coach Regan, how strange was that?
Yeah, it was definitely strange, but I think we both did a good job of keeping it, professional. He's leading his team over there, and I'm trying to, help lead my team. So I think we did a good job. We met before half field or at midfield before the game, and it was good to see him. And looking across, it just looked weird. My time here, he's never been on the sideline coaching, even in practices and stuff like that. So it was kind of unique, It's pretty cool for him. I'm happy for him and his family.
Sean, Aiden had over 70 yards that day. It's like you kind of went to him in a few different clutch situations. How much was having that, veteran presence you could go to when things weren't always going so great?
Yeah, it's definitely good. Aiden's a guy with sure hands, and he runs good routes, and he has a really good feel for the game. So I know, when it's third down or second down and we need something, he's the guy, along with other guys in there. But me and Aiden, I think, have a really good connection right now going, and, I'm going to keep looking for him.
Sean, nice to have fans back in the stands.
Oh, yeah. It was great. I mean, that played into, my emotions a little bit, seeing everybody striped out, bringing back memories. It was great. It was really great.
All right, you guys got any more questions?